The island in Pigeon Forge is one of the largest entertainment complexes near the Smoky Mountains. It truly is something for everyone. You have almost a dozen different rides, nearly 40 different stores, roughly 20 different food options, a full-fledged hotel, and so much more. There are a ton of different attractions in the Pigeon Forge area, and in this review, I'll help you determine if the island is worth visiting. The island opened in 2013 just off the busy Pigeon Forge Parkway. The site was previously home to the Race World theme park until 2001, and then the site was supposed to be home to the Bell Island Village project that was ultimately cancelled. The island spans 23 acres. The entire complex looks new and fresh, and it has an electric atmosphere too. The centerpieces are the dancing fountains and the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel. Both these add a lot of kinetic energy as you walk around. The place looks particularly sweet at night. Every single shop and attraction is well lit. The highlights again are the fountains and the Ferris wheel. The fountains have multicolored lights, and the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel is adorned with over 1 million bright LEDs. You can see this wheel from miles away, and it looks amazing. You can either enter the island off the main road, or you can come in off Teaster Lane. I strongly recommend using the latter because Teaster Lane is significantly less busy and less stressful to navigate. The island has a massive free parking lot. It can be a bit of a walk to the attractions as you have to cross this bridge, but there are trams available. I was surprised a complex like this had them, but they're definitely helpful if you park far back. As with the parking, admission is free, and this makes sense considering this place feels like an outdoor mall that also happens to have some amusement rides. If you want to experience the attractions, you have the option to pay per ride, or you can purchase a wristband. The wristband will run you $35 as of this recording. It includes unlimited rides on all the outdoor attractions. The one exception is the ropes course, which is an additional $10 upcharge. Most interestingly, it's valid for a full 48 hours from the time you redeem it. So this is a really nice perk if you want to visit this complex a few times during your vacation. Most places only make wristbands valid for the day of purchase. If you want to pay per ride, prices vary depending on the attraction. The priciest outdoor ride is the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel. This is the best outdoor ride there without a doubt. The 200-foot or 61-meter tall observation wheel features 42 enclosed, climate-controlled cabins, and it offers stunning views of the island, downtown Pigeon Forge, and most importantly, the Smoky Mountains. I especially recommend riding this attraction during sunset. The ride costs $13 per person for a standard cabin, which has the usual bench seating, or you can pay $75 total for the VIP cabin. The latter features comfortable upholstered seats and a super unique glass floor for some really frightening views. The VIP cabin also gets a double cycle, so depending how many people you have and how many times you want to experience this Ferris wheel, this may make more financial sense on top of those added perks. The other outdoor rides cost $5 each. Most are geared towards kids. You have a lot of smaller flat rides, many from SPF Visa. There are two rides worth noting though, in Reverse Time and the Spinning Parrots. Reverse Time is easily the most intense attraction at the island. Do not be fooled by this ride's small stature. This spinning ride packs a punch. This Wipeout or Trabant style attraction delivers tiny pops of airtime on each rotation, and the centripetal force tries to push you through the restraint. This ride is better than most of the flat rides at Dollywood, which may surprise you. Spinning Parrots is an SPF Visa spinning coaster. This is great for kids and families, or coaster enthusiasts seeking an extra credit. And the ride offerings are only going to expand later this year, as the island is building a few new rides on a clearing adjacent to Spinning Parrots. The active outdoor attractions cost a little bit more to experience, but the ropes course is one of the better ones out there because of its abundance of obstacles, and at the end you have this quick jump attraction so you can jump back down to the ground. One confusing thing about the island setup is that the indoor rides are not included on any wristband. These are pricier than the outdoor rides, running you between $11 and $23 per experience. The two I would consider doing are the 7D Dark Ride Adventure and the Skyfly Soar America. The 7D Dark Ride Adventure is a Triotech motion simulator and shooter. Riders are given 3D glasses and a gun to shoot at targets while their motion platform moves. These rides are super fun and chaotic, and I love the variety in the films offered. Skyfly Soar America is the best attraction at the island. This recently opened flying theater is really well done. The ride has a steampunk theme throughout the queue line and the pre-shows. I was surprised just how much effort went into the pre-boarding experience for a standalone attraction like this. As with the other flying theaters, the best seat is the upper row of seats because you won't have the feet of other riders blocking your view or ruining the immersion. To get this seat, you want to line up on the blue dots. You also want to be as close to the middle as possible, or else you could get some screen distortion on the edge. This one uses a curved screen like Soarin'. The ride is a graceful and scenic tour of several popular American national parks and landmarks. Very little CGI was used, which was much appreciated. Most scenes were filmed with helicopters and drones, so the footage looks crisp. Most scenes are about the beauty, but my favorite sequence was the thrilling joyride through Bristol Motor Speedway against traffic. This ride reminded me of Soarin' at the Disney parks in a good way. If you've never done a flying theater, definitely give this attraction a whirl because it's one of the most stunning ride types out there. Even when I visited during spring break and the complex was busy, lines were not a problem. Very few rides were more than a 1-cycle wait, so you can do a lot here in a short amount of time if you want to. Beyond the rides, you have all sorts of shops. I'm more into rides than shopping, but my family was able to make an entire afternoon perusing all the stores, many of which seemed unique. For food, you have both quick service and full service options. Most places here seem to be chains, but my favorite of the bunch is the Mellow Mushroom for their pizza and pretzels. If you're into arcades, there is a large one decked out with modern games. The game offerings reminded me of a Dave & Buster's. Lastly, you can even stay at the island at the Margaritaville Resort. I didn't stay here, but it seems like an interesting place to stay considering all the amenities at your doorstep. So do I recommend the island in Pigeon Forge? I think it's a really cool place to visit. There really is something for everyone. I think the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel has a case as the best observation ride in town, and the views of the mountains are breathtaking. Then you have some other rides of note, including a coaster credit and a brand new flying theater. But this place is about so much more than the rides, and as I mentioned earlier, it feels like an outdoor mall with all those shops and dining options. The island has really long hours. It's open earlier and later than most attractions in town. It's open at 10 a.m. most days and open until 11 p.m. most days. How long you need depends on your tastes. I think coaster enthusiasts may only need an hour to ride the coaster, plus 1 or 2 other rides of note. I think kids and families have a lot more to do here from a ride perspective. But you definitely need more time if you're into shopping or find a restaurant to your liking. So those are my thoughts on the island at Pigeon Forge. What are your thoughts of this entertainment complex? Have you been there? Let me know what you think about the island or any of its attractions down below. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.